All right, so for this episode, I'd like to review John Wick Chapter 4, starring Keanu Reeves. In this movie, the fourth film in the John Wick saga. And I will be honest, I'm glad there's Chapter 4, but I was surprised after the first three films. I thought it would be a trilogy and that's it. But again, good to see that there's a fourth John Wick movie. First, first two were great. Third film was all right, still good enough. Last I recalled from like 2019, I think, third film. So it's pretty cool and all. But yeah, anyway, without getting sidetracked, I really thought that this movie was so thrilling. It was just an exciting thrill just to see this movie. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Although I admit that the whole plot itself was kind of confusing. I'm just trying to recall he's trying to like pay his debt or complete whatever challenges from the high table and whatever. There's just people from the hotel, the concierge hotel, or not the concierge hotel. But yeah, anyway, like the high table at the hotel, and yeah. But anyway, one of the things I want to point out too, the addition of Bill Skarsgård, the main antagonist of the film. I really liked him in this role. He was fun. It was fun to see him play this antagonistic role. Of course, I didn't see Stephen King's It chapters 1 and 2, but I know I'm sure he was pretty scary in that film. So it's good to see him sort of like in this villainous persona as well. He's good at being a mean villain, but just for me, his character just not really memorable or compelling or anything like that. So that's just that's just my opinion. Now everyone knows his name, Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown is a new addition to the movie. It was cool and all, but like for me, I'm not. Maybe it's just star power. But again, I didn't think his appearance sort of pushed the movie forward or anything, or really was like a major difference. So it was fine, but as it is. Now, another thing, of course, we saw Lance Riddick. This is probably his final movie now that since he tragically passed away. Uh, like after this movie, all of a sudden Lance Riddick passed away, and really shocking and tragic. He was like 64 or something. So, what happened to his character in this movie? Um, I didn't like how his fate was met. Let me put it this way. I thought it was kind of distasteful concerning what happened to the actor anyway, passing away weeks after the movie's release. It was just kind of a shock when the news broke, and really just awful timing the scene happened, and I wish it was just cut entirely or something was changed, or, because I'm not even sure the prognosis is out or anything like how and why, but when watching that scene, what happened to his character, and then just seeing what happened to the actor Lance Riddick since that time, it's a very uncomfortable moment and just distasteful for me. So that's just something I wanted to point out. But the best part is really the action sequences, and it should be. I really like how well they were all choreographed, good editing, good timing as well. Especially my favorite fight sequences, I would say, was like in the Osaka hotel in the first act. That was pretty cool. And I really like how well that fight scene in that nightclub with all those people dancing and the waterfall. I thought that was like kind of a really cool dramatic effect. But like, John Wick and that dude with the golden teeth that he has to take from him just to get back into the whole circle of whatever they were supposedly calling it, like some kind of cult that, whatever it is. But yeah, that again, like I was saying earlier, the whole point with this conflict is just kind of exhausting, but with the table and all that, but it's fine, it's John Wick, and everyone loves Keanu Reeves. Let's admit it, the internet loves Keanu Reeves, so it's fine. We can get away with it. But if anything, I noticed I love how like there wasn't a scene or a moment where there one of the bounty hunters that we see throughout the film, he has a dog with him. He calls it like his emotional support dog. And not one moment did the dog attack John Wick. I love how that was done. Because everyone knows like the whole point with John Wick initially was like he had this puppy, and then this puppy was killed, and because that puppy was the last thing he got from his wife, he sought vengeance. He shot anyone in his way. So, and Keanu Reeves also loves dogs as well. So I think that was kind of like a very clever way of not like having Keanu Reeves attack a dog or vice versa. So I thought that was kind of smart, you know. And if he did, it would be very ironic as well. Well, speaking of irony, like even going back to the third film, now I think about it, it seems like wherever he goes, there's always some sort of bounty hunter, and the price gets higher 20 million, 25 million, 30 million, 40 million, and then people everywhere from Paris with guns and pistol, whatever, like all kinds of weapons, aiming at John Wall, trying to kill him, trying to shoot him, punch him, kick him, whatever it is. And oh man, like another ironic thing that's so funny, I keep noticing, not just in the first act, but also like even in the third act, when he tries to go up through the stairs, long stairs to the church, and I saw it also in that Osaka hotel fight scene, rolling down the stairs, rolling and rolling and rolling. I'm just like, damn, like, man, I gotta give props to Keanu Reeves. Like, it must be really, really painful just to keep rolling down through all those steps and sustaining injuries and still like making it through until the movie was finally wrapped from production. That's kind of crazy, but uh yeah, just like those two moments in particular, it just came back to me because like rolling and rolling and just like whoa, especially in that third act. Yeah, that was something else. And like all kinds of quirky characters, the blind guy who's can actually fight and somehow hold his own, and then there's, like I said, that big dude with the golden teeth in the front. Yeah, I'll admit some of the names I just forgot. uh if there's anyone I liked, it's one of the supporting characters, played by Laurence Fishburne. I love this line he said regarding a suit, for him to wear. It was just so funny. It's actually clever. So I thought that was really cool. I really liked Lawrence Fishburne in the movie once again, even though like in a minor supporting role. But yeah, I mean, like if you're in for a good time, if you just want to see some cool action, go ahead. I mean, I'm just glad I didn't see the second trailer. I might remember the first trailer, but I'm now realizing the benefits of not watching trailers, because it's not like I don't want to. It's just that maybe like I see a little bit of one of the trailers, and then like when I go into the theater, I am generally surprised. So it's nice to see, because I feel like movie trailers kind of spoil the surprise a bit. I mean, teasers are fine, but the whole full trailer is a different thing. But other than that, like, yeah, without going off topic, this is an excellent film. John Wick Chapter 4, I do recommend you going to see this movie. And wherever you are in your local movie theaters, go check it out.